So what is journalism? Is it unbiased and objective reporting of the truth, or is it a mixture of dispassionate facts combined with perspective of the writer? Now, according to one of the Parkland students talking on reliable sources on CNN, it's neither. It's activism. Watch this clip.
I see a lot of Parkland students becoming activists, but you all were there as journalists. Do you see a difference right now between journalism and activism and what you're doing?
I think that, for me, the purpose of journalism is to raise, the voices of people that maybe don't have a voice. And so I think that in its own right, journalism is a form of activism. And I think that there is distinctions for me, as a journalist and also as someone that wants to demand change. But I think that the partnership of the two is the only reason that we are able to make a change.
Okay, that's wrong. Journalism is not activism. I've been both. And unlike those in the media today, I never pretended that one was the other, nor did I attempt to hide my own opinions. I'm still completely biased for the Second Amendment, right? I never pretended otherwise. See, what the thing is with this, really quickly, I want to make these 2 points that I think are incredibly important. It is not sexy to just gather facts anymore, and the news cycle does not reward non-bias. What's sad about this is that this is really how media operates, and the reason Brian Stelter didn't jump in and say anything, I mean, he admitted it earlier in the day that he allows people to lie on his program, and he calls that bias, or calls it balance. He doesn't know, apparently, what journalism is. Journalism isn't activism. If you want to be an activist, go be an activist. But if you want to be a journalist, then be a journalist, and don't be so self-involved that you believe that your own perspective of the issue takes precedence and priority above your readers. Your readers and viewers have a right to come to their own conclusions about the facts without you. And that's what it is. Journalism is self-sacrificing. You're sacrificing your own narrative so that your readers can come to a conclusion based on the facts you give them. That's what journalism is. Here to talk about the continuing failures of journalists, history teachers, civics teachers, and basically every adult in the lives of our future generation, MRC TV's Dan Gaynor. Dan, thank you so much for being here. So I was shocked and then I wasn't shocked when I saw this discussion, because I didn't expect Brian Stelter to jump in with any kind of correction, because he thinks that's what this is. But I feel like this is more and more common among the younger generations that are coming up. They think that having a byline is like a fast track to stardom if you can be an activist.
Well, this all got worse because of Watergate. I think journalists learned the absolute wrong thing, that they could take down not a president, but a Republican president if they pushed their agenda aggressively. And social media just made it worse. Whether you look at Facebook or Twitter, once we started tracking what journalists were saying in social media, they realized they couldn't hide anymore. Too many posts, too many interactions, and they all got outed as liberal. So when this happened the other day, you had an LA Times writer come out and say, yes, this is what it is. ProPublica, which is a left-wing funded, Soros funded, and other liberal funded operation, one of their deputy editors came out and said, yeah, this is journalism. That's what the left and the traditional media now believe. That's what they now teach, that journalism is no longer a neutral entity. It is the thing you use to beat conservatives up with.